And so you feel warm on your frontal lobe, but actually you're warm all over your body when you have a fever. So when you listen to and try to memorize a new piece of music, you're using your temporal lobe. And the temporal lobe also processes smells and memory. So it's not surprising that smells are closely related to memory. So how many of you guys have a certain smell that reminds you of something? If you have one, type it in. Okay, you've got, okay, what is it? Monkey bread. You have a certain memory that goes with monkey bread. Vanilla, okay. I have a memory every time I smell tobacco, I think of my grandpa because he used to smoke a pipe, and it makes me think of my grandpa. And sometimes if I smell mothballs, I'll think of my grandma because she used to always put them in her closet, and I can't stand the smell of mothballs. Banana bread, your cousin's shirts. See, all of those memories are right there in that section of your brain. Every time you smell that, yeah, or smell that deodorant, right? Yep. Isn't it amazing? Reese cups, that's great. McDonald's, oh no. So sometimes those memories are because of your smells, and that's because that's happening in your temples. Okay, this is a really fascinating thing. I wanted to show you guys this picture up close. Your olfactory nerve is, it's going to, you can see where that is right there. Olfactory nerve. This is way down inside your brain, and it's going to take in these smells. So it takes in those odor molecules, or whatever it is that you're smelling, a rose or anything, and it's going to go, it goes down your throat too, because your nose is open to your throat, but you're smelling it, and it hits this olfactory nerve, and then that transmits. It's going to take that scent, and it's going to transmit into these receptor cells, and it sends the signal to your brain. Isn't that fascinating? That's how your smell goes to your brain. That's the connection. It's really, really cool. It's kind of funny to look at because of all these parts, but it's like right here, this is a little bit closer look. You can see the air with the odorant molecules, and then those odorant receptors are taking that in. And the odorants will bind to the receptors, and then it goes right into the nerve system to take a message to your brain. Isn't that fascinating? It is. God made us so unique. It's very cool. Okay, sometimes when you smell something, you taste something else. Yeah, some of that has to do with memory. Some of that is you're actually taking in some of those smells that go down your throat too, and you might taste it in your mouth sometimes, especially if you go, if you're in an area where there's lots of restaurants and you just drive into the area and you start smelling that. It's like all those steaks and everything that are cooking, you smell it. You're actually sometimes tasting a little bit of that. I mean, obviously not a lot, but you're going to taste or have that activated in your brain. Oh my goodness, this smells good. The occipital lobe is in the clear back. You can put your hand on your head. This is way, way, way in the back of your brain. That section of your brain has to do with your eyes. So anytime you see something, anytime you're looking at out the window, or a flash goes before your eyes, or you're staring at something, those are your visual information that's going into your brain. It goes through your eyes, but it goes all the way to the back of the brain, and then it transmits that image into your brain, and you can actually see. And we're going to study the senses next week, so we'll get into the vision a lot more. You have a bump on the back of your head from falling, and that's true. If you ever have some kind of an accident in the back of the brain, sometimes it does affect your vision, so that's really important to know too.